Hello to all the Aries people. Hello and welcome to this monthly horoscope in general for Aries for the month of November for 2012. There's happening a lot, so I have to talk quickly to make it not a long video, because there is happening a lot for Aries people at the moment. It's a fascinating month. There is a Mercury retrograde. I'm not going to talk too long about that. That is happening in your 8th house as from the 6th until the 26th, 27th of November. That means a rethink for all that, a rethink on a very serious, deep level. Maybe thinking about death, maybe thinking about taboos in your life, maybe thinking about what the fears that you have in your life. And it's going to be significant because there is a solar eclipse in that 8th house. But there's also a lot going on with Pluto-Uranus. So that is always on the background, and it is again triggered now by your ruler, which is Mars. And this is happening during the last week, approximately the last week of the month, because Mars is going to conjunct Pluto in your 10th house. This is very forceful energy. So and it's going to square up to Uranus in your sign. So expect that things can happen or situations can bubble up that has to do with you, and that has to do with your work area of life. And if you don't have a job, it could mean that if you're looking for a job, that you take action, or there is a shift, there is a turning point. And if you don't work, and it's all about how other people see you in public. So expect that something happens that is going to be very transformative, and but also very active. So I think that is a good thing, but because it's a square, it's not going to be that easy. But again, I think a lot of Aries people are now very familiar with this Pluto-Uranus square going on, and you will be able to handle it better and better. So time is in your favor anyway. So expect around the last week that you can make some shifts. If you really want to make a shift, if you want to change jobs, it's a good time to do so. And the other important thing that I want to talk about is a solar eclipse. And that is happening at 22 degrees of Scorpio in your 8th house. Now that is relevant for every sign, also for you, Aries. Now, I have made a separate video of this solar eclipse, but also about the meaning of solar eclipses in general, because it is important. And so I'm not going to explain this in detail here, but the only thing I want to say is that we've got eclipses that are challenging, that are all about separation, that are difficult, and we have other eclipses that are positive and that have a positive flavor, like this one. So the one that is occurring now at the 13th of November, and of course it won't be bang on the 13th of November that people sense things are happening. Not at all. It's a building up, and it has a knock-on effect for the upcoming months. And for you, this new moon, which is the sun and the moon conjuncting with the North Node in your 8th house, it really reflects for a lot of Aries people a transformation going on, an ending and a new beginning, maybe about that area of life that I just talked about. And it's really good. Why is that? Because the flavor of this eclipse, because all eclipses are an element of a Saros family, which I explained in that other video, they have a meaning, and the meaning of this eclipse is commitment and enjoyment. So it is, for a lot of Aries people, it will be an important time to commit yourself, to have joy out of your commitment, but it has to do with that 8th house area of life. So it has to do with with self-mastering. It has to do with you committing yourself in order to face your problems that you have, whether they are major or minor, to do something about it. So again, a very fascinating and interesting month, and not boring month for Aries people. So wish you all the best for November and see you next month. Bye bye, Aries. Bye bye.